Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a little bit of a situation with Sameko Saba, and there's been a little bit of an update to it, of course. Now, if you guys don't remember, we've covered Saba recently due to the fact of an announcement that she put out over on her YouTube channel, Rhyme, on her members post, because many people have been wondering, well, where is she? You know, she hasn't been streaming in the past 3 months, and again, it seems like she's gone on a little bit of a hiatus, with a lot of people being quite horrible about it, right? You know, kind of saying that she was taking people's money and whatnot, which of course, yeah, was a little bit far, right? But, you know, now it seems like we have a reason for it, as she put out on her YouTube community post, that essentially she was struggling with a chronic illness and it was getting worse, and it's like the worst that she's ever like had it, really. Yeah, it's one of those things where she's just been unable to stream, right? Which I think is pretty understandable. And, you know, obviously a lot of people were very empathetic at that point. But again, it is pretty interesting to see some of the people switch up from being so horrible about her whenever they didn't know what was going on. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh, man, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean that. Which, again, is pretty interesting, right? But essentially, yeah, there has been a little bit of an update in terms of the memberships, though, because she did say that she would be pausing her memberships. And it seems like, as you can see from this YouTube channel page here, there is no option to join, which means that, yeah, she has actually paused the memberships on her channel, as you guys can see here, from another person. Obviously, Rima puts it from someone called Advarcher. You can see it says memberships to this channel are currently paused. So yeah, you are unable to, you know, kind of be a member to the channel. Now, I think it is also interesting to say that you also have gotten refunded recently if you took out a membership recently, at least for me personally, because I actually did take out a membership so I could verify the message that she put the other day, right? I literally got the membership just so I could read it and make sure that someone on Reddit wasn't being a little bit funny and making up posts, right? And so, yeah, I took out a membership, and literally this morning, I did actually get an email saying that it had been refunded, right? Again, I got my YouTube membership refunded. And again, I don't know if that's the case for everybody or if that's the case for longer term members. Maybe it's because I only got mine in the, you know, past couple days and now it's been paused. They've decided to refund it. But I do think that's pretty cool, right? If that is an ability that you're able to do and that Saba has done, like refunded a lot of the members that have, you know, kind of had a payment coming up or whatever. But again, you know, it seems like, yeah, you're no longer able to, you know, be a member towards her. Now, again, I don't know what that means for the posts, because of course there is a lot of members only posts. Does that mean that you just can't watch them for now? I mean, that's probably the case, right? Is it the biggest of deals? I don't really know, but of course, it is pretty interesting, right? But again, lots of people have been kind of commenting on this as well, saying she's a parrot watcher, saying good, she shouldn't have scammed people's money if you won't upload anything new, which again, I don't think she was scamming people, right? I think that, you know, a lot of people have, you know, memberships up. I have memberships up, by the way, if you guys didn't know. I have memberships up, but I never really promise on making, you know, new content or anything on there for people to kind of watch or whatever. I just have it up there because, you know, it's just a cool little badge or whatever. Like, that's it. That's the only reason. And if someone wants to do that and support the channel, then of course they can. And if they don't want to, I think that's also okay. You know, I think this kind of idea that a YouTube membership needs to have, you know, all of this content and whatever is pretty silly. But I also do think that I'm pretty sure Saba's did include like a list of, like, you know, sometimes whenever you like sign up to a membership, it gives you like a list of like promises, like, oh, you'll get like long form videos or like short form videos or posts or whatever. I'm pretty sure she did include like a lot of that. So of course that's why people weren't very happy. But again, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's fair to say that she scammed people, because of course she did create content for her members, and of course there's plenty of content out there for her members. But I think it is the case of that she wasn't making any new content, right? You haven't been completely scammed. Like, sure, maybe it's a little bit underwhelming because she isn't able to create content at the moment, but I think it is pretty understandable, right? And I think she has done the right thing by pausing the memberships anyways. But again, you know, even if you were to be a member today, you still have all of that, you know, kind of content to catch up to. And of course, yeah, if people, for example, have been a member since Saba first started, you know, have been a member watching all of that content, and she hasn't been uploading content in the past couple of months or so, and they feel like canceling it, I think that's fair enough. But also, if someone feels like joining it and watching all the old content too, I think that's also fair enough, right? So again, I think it is genuinely up to just the person itself. I wouldn't say you got scammed, right? I think scammed is such a harsh word because, you know, of course, you decided to take out that membership, right? You decided to keep going for 3 months, you know, giving money to her when you could have just stopped, right? You haven't been scammed. You're just a bit of an idiot for continuing to pay despite there being no content, right? So again, I think there's a difference between scammed and maybe not getting, you know, as much content as you really wanted to. But of course, now we know the reason behind that. People are much more empathetic as to why there was no content, right? Saying, this time, unlike all the other times, she's probably not coming back. And again, I don't think that's the right sentiment to be having there. I don't think she's not coming back. I just think that she's going to be away for a bit, right? And that's it, right? You're going to have to just support her and just, you know, wait, right? Saying if you ever needed a screenshot to show any holotons, should have no fear leaving. This is it. Gravy train is still guaranteed and not being forced into overworking, or as they call it, late night with the girls. Saying best we can do is pray that her illness isn't terminal. Okay, no, it's again, as some people are a little bit stupid, right? I'm sorry, like it's just one of these things. She's not terminal. She's got a chronic illness, right? Of course, if she said she was terminal, then yeah, it's a completely different thing. It means, you know, terminal means that you're pretty much gonna die, right? That's essentially what it means. Chronic just means it's something that you have to deal with over a very long time, and it sucks, right? And it can get really bad, of course, like in Saba's case. So again, saying like I hope it doesn't turn terminal is crazy, or hope it isn't terminal is crazy. It's not, right? Like it's been said multiple times that it's a chronic illness. It's not like anything, you know, if it was anything on that level of thing, she would have said so, right? Again, some people, it's so confusing to me because, yeah, I mean, she's never said that. She's never said that anything was terminal. And for some reason, that's what I see so many people say. Not just this person, by the way. So sorry about just this one person, but, you know, there's been other people saying it as well. And it's just like, that's just not what is happening here. But again, some people for some reason have taken that from it. I don't know how that's happened, but again, it just seems to have happened, right? They're saying, I admire the decision she's doing it. Sorry, I admire the decision she's doing it because she doesn't want people paying for her services during a time when she's unable to provide. I hope she heals quick and returns soon. Good fishy. And yeah, I do think it's fair enough, right? I think it is fair enough, and I think it is, you know, one of those things saying I cancelled mine last month. Guess we'll see what she says soon. And yeah, I think if you wanted to cancel it or if you had yours paused, I think either way it's been a good decision, right? And of course, yeah, you know, you can go back and support her whenever she does return. But for now, it seems like yes, she has no other kind of content to kind of give. But yeah, I mean that is essentially all there is for this situation. Just kind of want to talk about that. Again, it is pretty interesting, especially the added information from me saying that, you know, there has been this kind of like refund as well for me personally. Again, I don't know if anybody else has gotten that, but that's just what's happened for me. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.